di yanyantechwa emre am this ka be free Europe akoma busuafo wo Ghana no me use tap send no fee mobile money transfer eye easy eye convenient eye fast and sound so ye free wontua hwe me discover ye mapim tap send entienne also download the tap send app no ewo mobile phone so free na fesika komo abusuafo wo Ghana afa na nyina tap send papa no
everybody check now check it the beat is real don't wait make it kill ya get your green select glucometer and check it sugar level check it green select glucometer check it push sugar level for check it reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Emre dudu na ni etena ka mu kwanten akotonyo mabegu ye shop mu se wo benya ni nyina ofako enno so ya asem foforo wo so to mfa akosika swane ne mpatamu anase achimota la pass ekosinsa Jimmy Dale is your one-stop shop distribution for wholesale and retailers. Safa drinks, insure, enyane, anasa ade bia wo pe bia. So wo koton ko ade a ene bia wo se wo tumwa eye Jimmy Dale. You can locate Jimmy Dale Ventures at Giga Junction inside Soto. Or call us now on 0208-920-996. Jimmy Dale Ventures, the official sponsor for Sammy Flex TV.
Whilst we are waking up from the shock some people suffered from Usher introducing 3 Nigerian artists on stage, we have been given another milestone, and this milestone is all about Ghana's entertainment industry meeting the CEO of the Grammys. And I know this is something that we are using to recover from that shock we suffered from Usher and the 3 Nigerian artists. But we are fine. Looks like we are doing very okay after that shock. Looks like everything is fine. But what does it mean for our industry to meet the CEO of the Grammys? Cecilia Yeshia, Grammy CEO. And what is next? I saw someone write on Facebook that so after all the photo shoots, what is next? Okay, and I'm saying, it calls for discussion. And yensin konya na yen starting new come say after the photo shoot, what is really next? And that is what we are about to do here on Showbiz Daily Live on Sammy Flex TV. My name is Sammy Flex. So if you are joining us, remember you also have to share the link with your people. Remember, we want you to comment on it as well. And we are also hearing that Afrobeats, all things being equal, will be part of the categories of the Grammys. Hey! When I heard that, Sammy. So the man has said something about Afrobeats. We will be listening to that tape as well here on Sammy Flex TV. So you guys should be watching out for that. And that is part of the discussion this evening on the show. Meanwhile, Sarkodie's game versus Black Coast numbers. We are sure going to look at that. Some people have started a discussion. As much as some people think it is not worth talking about, I also want us to look at some of the good and bad in that discussion. Of course, in every good there is a bad as well. And AK Songstress is also talking. And Usher has finally met our president after the concerts at the Independence Square. or better still, the Black Star line. We will be talking about these items here on Showbiz Daily, live on Sammy Flex TV with my charges. Already you can see Roland Amate. Roland Amate is part of my team today. He's a blogger, he is also an event person and a talent manager. Nana Reagan is also in the middle. Nana Reagan is also a blogger, a writer, and also into events and promotions, as well as Derek Money, E-News GH, and he is also an events person, a blogger, and a publicist. Name of Botany Huabaso. Of Botany Huabaso, Derek Money, a Botany Huabaso. And that is what I really don't like about him. Without the Huabaso, but I can't imagine it. Of course, the Botany Huabaso, I can't imagine it. Anyways, let me also say thanks to the production team. Digital Rasta is currency on camera. Richie Flex, editor, director of the show. Emmanuel Fowila PG is the producer. And Gideon Neelam Tessin is our creative director. Let me also seize the opportunity to announce that if you are in Dubai, this time we are talking to our folks in Dubai, we are going to have the yacht party in Marina. And we want you guys to know that if only you find yourself in Dubai on 1st of October, it is a Saturday, and it also happens to be the Independence Day of Naija. We will give it to them in Dubai. Yes, so it happens to be the independence of Nigeria as well. So whether you are Nigerian, you are a Ghanaian, and you happen to find yourself in Dubai on 1st October, you should know that we are going to have a yacht party at the Marina. Come and let's have a party. We are also going to do 30th September at the National Theatre, and that is Lexis Too Cute to Be Mute. And I want to dash one of our viewers a ticket, or maybe two. I want to give you guys a ticket to go see the event. So if you guys are watching me, remember that Roland Amate has brought me some tickets to be given to you. Because you are loyal to this platform, you just hit us on the number on the screen. Just tell me that, Brad Sammy, I would want to attend Lexis Too Cute to Be Mute comedy show at the National Theatre on 30th of September. And I'm sure going to give you the chance to go there. So 2 tickets just for you alone. Link up with me. Just give me a WhatsApp or call me on the number on the screen and let's do this. You guys have been supporting us, so why not? We are also willing to make the family a big one. So let's talk about Usher going to meet our president, His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akuffo after man for man away. Still, life goes on. Nana do Busuji and Naso. Okraku Mante say, and yes, a besa that be Obia say, and yet, a business say, oh, Yenya Babia and Casancho, Yenya, Hippabia, the Mao, what and of the man another way. Now, finally, Usher Atinyaka Kochia and Addo Ewo presidency. I would want us to see some of the videos from there, and when we come back, so he was accompanied by Stonebwoy. He was accompanied by Stonebwoy and some organizers of the event. This is what we are seeing there. Beautiful. If you remember, when Chance the Rapper and I think Vic Mason went to see the president alone, it was the same thing I said, that why did they not go there with any of our artists? You see this one, so more or less it's like Stonebwoy leading them, and you can see Stonebwoy talking to the president there. You can see Stonebwoy talking to the president there with his hands at the back, introducing Usher and his team to the president, and that was so beautiful. That was so beautiful. Looking at what is happening, yes, just animal we are so send the America for the bar money president didn't come on as a mom easy assets and yet I want to ask that what are some of the benefits this will bring to our industry? This is what I want to know. Say who say yeah, simple. Oh, bit maybe who your president na bon komoka krama, ya did komoka krana. What are some of the benefits a day bre your country no? And Roland, because you're into event, let me start this with you.
Basame. Me who saw video we many Japan.
Okay.
In fact, a very beautiful. Especially coming from time you read such a historic event, which was co-powered by the president. And ne papa mu anka nneɛma sei bi na nke wosi ye ho.
Okay.
And yeah, the fact say yamani aye to say easy no crash say okay now it sends different signal. Me de me ka say de bia enye say e behwe say oh nkrofo we mu ye say ansa na yen so yaye. Obia ne kwan of so a owini any the way osifa connected to the outside world. Some people have the connect the plugins are obetimi aka said with just a phone call the person can get something done.
Okay.
Maybe we don't have that power. Maybe in our industry we don't have that kind of strength. But if there's a call coming from the first gentleman straight, now you betimi get it, such benefits done. Then I think that is how we should also play our game.
Okay.
Because as I said, you free so air sunny form. Obi be free who be bohokum. Or sorry, proper no one we see. Obi so the approach here, ebe free so we see. Obi so be far left we see. This is very good, and in fact, it even send good signals to the outside world. Say, now, if you want to do something in Ghana, even our president understands the creative art.
Yeah.
Especially if you are using that line. He understands it.
And he's not hard
to reach, and his doors are always open to support you.
Is it only positive?
Oh, you see, it depends on how you look at it. It comes with its negative aspect as well. As in, somebody would say, oh, this is the president we are talking about. This is the first gentleman of the land. And also, what happens to the ministers and the deputies and all that? I didn't know more to mean leading charges way and also instances way. And I make us say, in some areas, it is the minister or the deputy imponent who also take charge. But maybe in a we don't have that strength. It be able to take minister now about 2 or 3 phone calls before we can get it done. Recently, Usher introduced you the brothers and sisters from Nigeria. Now I was staging this. We don't know what went into that.
Exactly.
And even if a label conversation, our artists definitely will not get such. Your friend is saying,
a deal.
Yes, such deals. Say a be free, different person, and also a good authority, and the bema yes we are benefit here. I don't see the reason why we should. Your friend say I was say a cover so.
Okay.
We should go all out because President Namaye who say he is somebody that cares about the creative art. And now we're making instances just that some of the promises that he made to the creative art industry, and then memo, but gradually he has shown even with this gesture say onya ne ho obetimi epuli more. So it is about us also encouraging him and not make him feel less of his position.
Okay.
So if we encourage him more, that is where the first Nankabia, the former president Kwame Nkrumah, or the creative arts for it is the same way we can encourage this one and subsequent presidents or leaders to also take that charge, because at the end of the day, say President Akuffo baby, now Stone Boy Dinechia, a big deal. A big deal. It is very good for our creative industry. We should encourage him because he has just few months left before his term of office ends. And if we can encourage him to do more of this before he leaves, I think it's a very good than looking at the negative aspect of it. Okay,
so Roland Amate's point made clear. Say Onodio did say President Ekoso yes putting Ghana in a good position, especially as we want to make Ghana a tourism destination country. Well, Nana, also who is saying?
Because if you are open more,
if you are open more,
like if you are Modaya soon, and so we will call about
okay.
Yeah, the boy for
comfort the railway. Or comfort the railway, Kaka, when you're not
position but and once that now okay we say at the JJ be my head too easy. No, it is not too easy. I mean, there are still protocols and other things that people will still go through to get to their president. Just that, yeah, we are seeing more of people going there because some of these things, the connections that it will even build between, or the relationship that it will build between our individual artists and then the international artists, is there. Can you imagine, say, Anka, President Akuffo, the invite, if it's a local, the inviting will be. That's the rule and they KB or the Shatawali or the Stonebwoy and Asa, according to Jackie Lee, Yao Talk, be an also be in the name that, or quite definitely, they are entertaining. So, I also could do so, made a menum to need the Mechi. And my own Bogan and Yamana Monsumunti, the MS made the Jimmy. In a way, and also promoting your music, and maybe a proof for every artist. So, some of these things in a stampede relationship. I buy a name will be to say Usher and Tim or Chilebino or the Honor of Fesso. Men call African call per vacation. I mean, call you big crap idea. Economic benefits we may brew beer. Ghana debate in Aberdeen. Ghana will be there because depending on how who receive you know how I work and how you know. Yes, or Chilebino or Qua or back would do match will be for us. The moment we be approaching any celebrity in America and I say anywhere I'll make us oh Ghana. Because of some conversations I'm receiving from some of these stars in everyone Comodino I easy. Everyone Comodino I am them. There's that share protocols, Yamani ye now and also like maybe I was saying Yamafa, Yaman, let's say Yakas tonight
be a loose keke.
People should not be loose or do anything anyhow. We should understand that that is our presidency. Of course, Yeni Naya Wahana, Black Rasta. Barack Obama. Yeah. Of course, so what I say, you know, the fact that Usher will meet our president, maybe Chance will meet our president, and other people will come and meet our doesn't mean that a JJ the presidency. I don't agree with people who make because they developed to say America. They need developed to say London. We call America CCA. I was saying, yeah, chicken and Sakura Gunaya, Yamachin, and almost crapono, almost celebrities. You see how they vibe with them. And you know, yeah, be being, you know, yeah, Fabi being baby, yeah, can be a say, Benya, yeah, they betray some of these people. I'm on my.
But it doesn't mean if you chip in our corridors too.
That's what I'm saying. Is that once you are going through the necessary protocols, the necessary channels, you are not chipping in anything. Let's just make sure at the end of the day it is a win for us.
Okay.
That's all that is all that is important because at the China Usher so okay they see Accra or Babe African concerts in a concert because so start to Ghana or so the Ghana artists be too so see maybe a Stonebwoy leading delegates maybe a Makakumu president. I don't know what relationship we might create with them. Maybe a Chinebe be a collaboration be from Usher's camp. You not start here business we because and the only year we in relationship now are starting into a cat never be a wow individual artists, one individual stakeholder also by your account a bit to be pulling your baby and these are some of the things that we've always for so many years push say our presidency and I say politicians saying government leaders they should involve creative arts normal creative space because some of these things can do the creative space a lot of good.
Okay.
So you're pushing me saying now, maybe saying let's encourage it, let's motivate people to do more. I know I say you need how you baby I owe you be as a dear member. The moment now then the best start to say a baby now yes I maybe a motivating will be an I show being cry say my man side you and then a baby do my say Good president or show national because we've been fighting for some of these things. Oh, yeah, pulling them be saying, bro, meeting I say, almost 30 and I'm on 20 baby. Nay, I call Yehofi. And now, Akuffo the other day when they were almost debate war, creative arts agency, the creative arts one, I think last year or 2 years ago. And I, at Makokreku Mante, Zoom meeting, and they were some of the most painful things. Some of them, the politicians were saying is that sometimes it is not as if they don't deliberate or engage in some of the topics in our creative space. omo beba ko di ho nkomo na nkomo na omo beba ko di na omo pese omo tu ana mo bi no omo wie sa engagement meetings ni bia omo hu na yen na ye work space ni no players na anyway no yes ye nyama foforo a pozi ana monto na omo pese omo tu so sometimes conclusion is say go for ya don mu ni ndi omo pa na mo amosisi ye fa se mbra ye se so amosisi ene mo ma ye fa ye ko hia agriculture for no yenko ye road yenko ye say na creative arts no baby e wona na wo so let's learn to motivate find a way to obi nka say baby nko so ya venka but we can still motivate our leaders especially when they begin certain steps and you mean say did something bigger benefits bigger be better space na yen na ye wo mu already no ma we are still fighting to establish the creative arts no in Omujumedi or Omudin, still now they have their eyes more on other sectors than the creative space. Still we are pushing for that agenda. See Naya and Kebimu Krapo say and Kinyanka Omofa creative Ghana creative space, you know, and that's a creative arts industry, you know. And find like fan see Omona said Omude sports ni nyama bi mo see so Omona so Omudi mu atente no Nanka because there are a lot of millions in creative arts. Now community mean fat sikan kakano mbo and community space no no find development and fan more mine. It is a pursue agenda no na yesaya nyama it will not give them the interest or the motivation to even do that and they will have to be looking elsewhere. Then we will be sitting in our space and be crying more. So some of these things are good. We only pray that eya enkoye yakochiano they trap pictures videos then on social media so pay that it should go beyond, it should bear fruits and swaba na called ye December beyond the return January yes be before for we free commodity start fi ha na ye ko ye nim but akoya say yakotwa picture ye videos we Usher ko president na commodity chance by ko president commodity she fi so masadia then that cheapening of
our office now. Okay, thank you.
It's giving us results. It will be positive.
All right, thank you, Nana Regan, for that one. Let me go on to Derek Money. Now, Miss Anne say, "On also say no huno ne papa mu, ana ne boni mu." Derek. I'm with you. So, as a mu hu ache bi ana. Okay. Now, Tom powder. Ale pada na egusi ko international. Okay, I know. All right, good.
Plus, I mean, it's quite unfortunate. The president away.
Now, Oti no saying now can a chair home.
We tell them who say can one swan, but like Ghanaians have a message for him. And once you go home, baby, to wait on what the other man. Now for not what fancy, I drink home sanity. Okay, that's what they did.
Okay,
a message no more than
ba omu nhia no baby a enti ahia no ha die na na eje
na pa ho ada be
jo nkra
to nom the man it went on the other no it wasn't healthy for our creative industry because on that very night Ghana was on the map.
Yeah,
the whole world was watching Ghana and to experience this
was slow. It was slow. Yeah, it was slow.
Why you creating at the crowd? Was everybody watching? No, we are president in waiting and it's like as if Ghanaians are disappointed in the presidency. That's what they say. But I mean, all these people also in Ghana, is in Ghana, mounting the stage. First, the global citizen. I think say our creative arts industry that day we did not so which way or the other. I think it's a positive or a plus. I think our government is trying to capitalize on it's a beyond the year of 10 or year of return. Now it's beyond the year of return. This year kind of destination Ghana.
Destination Ghana. What I say, and I think say, my boy, President Abaso was sa initiatives now or they ban it because one, I say, I'm a brochure for people, especially Africans living outside. They have that pride. Say no, Ghana Yembra, Ghana Yembra. So they are all trooping to Ghana. And that initiative, is a very good initiative. Like a president, and I think say every president be a banner should make that a point.
Okay.
A banner say boy creative art industry, because one, you heard the networking section, the course between the presidency and these people from, for instance, global citizen. Look at the people, the organizers, performers. They all meet the president. And conquer president in communication or networking. That on the day, the people in the creative space now are going to network. And when you network, that's all networking here, that gives you the plugs. So here, our people are getting the plugs. I was so excited about me who Grammy for instance CEO around. I'm like, okay, we are getting there. We are getting there. We will one day bring the Grammy in Ghana, Africa. Oh yeah, I'm telling you.
Because the CEO of Ghana is.
That's I mean. Oh, that's I mean. That's I mean.
Enya visa.
Enya visa. Enya muganzo.
Okay.
That's I mean. But one thing they say, whenever you BB, now say you try to push extra harder. Now agenda they say we want to get this. Now we see only panel kasa or there man and now so you get closer to people around that thing. It gives you the circle, it gives you the plugs, the links to get something. So I was very excited who Grammy CEO Ghana and I'm like, yes, this is another step the Ghana music industry is taking.
Okay.
And Roland posted video be how if you want to win the Grammy, how not CEO and narrating. Yes, he's just giving us the guidelines. So we're getting closer to the Grammy board. And on when we mind the guidelines. So we are going to use the guidelines at the end of the day, now pitching onto the Grammy or into the Grammy. That's what we are doing right now. And to meeting the government, I mean, a woman say you're pony the baby, but already we are the president's Nebia is because of destination Ghana.
Okay.
And to know what you say, Ghana is a destination. So, no matter the situation, you have to open your doors to every Tom, Dick, and Harry who knocks. Not after your queen anymore. One thing so I make say we shouldn't let it be say a meet and greet pet. It should be beneficial.
Okay.
To the industry, to the industry people, and to the musicians in question.
Okay.
Because one thing is a woman me back and me networking and me socialize and without say and for BBM. This is a point we've reached a point I will say your industry people you have to capitalize on this one. Let you say they plug it onto the Grammys, onto the international stages, the BTs stages be your plus there. But on my team ban there. This is the time.
Okay.
And nothing now link some friend they be waba with him. This is the right time
take
for
advantage.
Yes, take the advantage. Now you find your juma because say artists need to me take advantage. Every your friend say no more baby anymore. I don't need to give them the plugins, to give them the lanes, to give them the acceleration. A moment to me a connected. Akomenim. What was it here? And to know this is the right time, I think say a president knows why Jumano. This is what we need. This is what we want.
As an industry.
As an industry.
Here connect.
Yeah, connect. Plugs. Connections, plugs onto the world stage. Because as a young crop for you, the kind of maybe and to say advantage, this is the time. And no can some my yes I think say after Pose Wobekono, the organizers should come back, organize something different, not Global Citizen Festival again, but something different. No one timima ye industry no ain't shaky, ye industry no enya that international standard, the international recognition. Baby a Ghana, because we have it. When you talk about music in Africa, you mention Ghana, you mention Nigeria, you mention South Africa, come and add Kenya. We are good to go. So we already have this thing.
Okay.
I can't make a crabby at the baby count. Not for your crabby.
Secret Sabbath, Okay, thank you so much, Derek Money, for that very one. Now let's move on to the next business. And my many Derek and Twaswa because Akuffo, when he talked about the arrival of the Grammy CEO, and I want to believe that this is also another milestone for our industry. Like Sarkodie has been saying, this is what he has been looking for. Say, you're moving, you're better and mobina, you're getting close to some powers. Na free entry any powers no abagana na oma honing na oma tinya benefiting from it. And I want to say shout out to the entire Amwatin. Yeah, is that Amwatin. Okay. MBE. The entire Adaroma, the relationship with some of these people now out of invitation in Nasiforo, what Timidi Urano Abedru Kromua. So far it is looking so good. But like I'm asking, beyond the photo shoots, beyond the meet and greet, beyond the private dinner, and I have some videos to show you when yesterday some of our industry people were called into a private dinner with the CEO. Let's watch some of the videos. When we come back, we'll continue talking.
Very similar to the way you win a Grammy, that's how categories are established. Very similar to the way you win a Grammy, that's how categories are established. I have no control over the categories. The membership decides what the categories are. If you're a member, you can submit a proposal and say, I think there should be an Afrobeats category, and it's voted on by the members. The members agree, it gets on the ballot. Very simple. We just had 10 days ago a session that I hosted with a couple of Afrobeats artists, producers, songwriters, probably 25 people from the Afrobeats community, and I asked them, do you want a category? And I explained to them, because it's an important part of our show to make sure we're relevant. We haven't always been relevant with the new music, and since I've been in this role, one of my goals has been to make sure we're staying very relevant and honoring all the new music. So I invited the Afrobeats community into a listening session on Zoom. And I said, do you all want to be a part of the Academy? If you do, let's unify and figure out how you can all come together to submit a proposal. If you submit a proposal, I'll make sure that it gets seen by the trustees and gets voted on. That's how you get Afrobeats or any other category to be a part of the Academy. So my hope is, after our meeting last week, they will come together, submit a proposal. There's one problem with the group that I met with, and you might understand this. The Afrobeats community had some infighting about what the category should be called, what type of music should be honored, what should be acceptable or applicable for this category. And I said, you have to realize, I acknowledge there's a lot of other types of music. Many
All right, so that was Harvey Mason. I think I got the name right.
Mason Jr.
Yes, Harvey Mason Jr. That is the name. Harvey Mason Jr. is the CEO of the Academy. That is Grammys Awards. And so far, so very good. And like I said, Derek Money could see flawed. So my Derek Money says, Derek, you see, Harvey Mason about. Yeah, really be. I can't blow yeah, DDV, meaty, Usher, photos now. Come on, and I think our people have done well. Everybody is posting. Everybody is posting. The bloggers are posting, and the industry people who were fortunate to have been invited, they have also posted, telling the world that really and truly, the Ghana's industry or Ghana's entertainment industry has finally met the CEO of Grammys. After this, what is next? Now, Mokrama Sandy can be the farm one bakra. And come and meet starting bomb to say, hey, young can also. What is next?
Once I mean, next, they say, you won't see you need the young coffee word, maybe. See, you won't see you. Oh, I think, say, this is the time we need to put in hard work as an industry. Because one, the CEO Namayati says, if you want to win a Grammy now, you have to be part of the academy. And getting to the academy is the question we need to ask ourselves. I think say Noella Riella, she's part of the academy
now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
And I think Rastaman,
Rocky
Down.
Yeah.
It's also part of the
academy.
academy.
Two representatives, and one which I think is a plus.
Recently, Stoneboy.
So.
Yeah, recently, Stoneboy.
So we are going far.
Stoneboy was also mentioned, yeah.
Until you three representative one. That tells you how our industry, we need to put in much effort to get to that stage because for the CEO to be in town, it tells we're reading more about Ghana. And what's your sim? And buying so I'm very sure we're talent or he has seen talent in our industry. One thing I met taxi industry, especially the musicians, because one, winning a Grammy, we mean to win a Grammy. It's an artist or a musician, meet me winning Grammy number. This is the right time they have to play their cards very well as musicians. Kidinom, Kwame Eugene, Sammy, Stoneboy, Sakode, Shatawale. This is the right time you have to make connections, good, solid connections. Not to plug you onto the academy. Yes, and they should bear in mind say good music sells. Exactly. So they need to produce good music. Because at the end of the day, and no economy.
Yeah.
So if the song is good, you are good to go. You have the plugs.
It is not just the relationship.
It's not just relationship. Relationship need to make you know our rapport, no. But at the end of the day,
if you don't have the song,
if you don't have the song, the quality song, the good content song, now. What I say? So they need to sit down, capitalize on friend is saying, see only ba no one who's a banner. It's not just an advantage, not just a privilege, but they have to structure and put this right in a way a bit project individually. Because at the end of the day, no be a so individually, no, mun projecting who ye our artists needs to project themselves very well, write good and quality content songs. Senior at least what happen? We're getting a rapport, we're getting a plug already. So getting the plug, then I go say plug. Yenya numpa, and no more no one can say one or someone. But I mean, you organize awards, and at times you know what goes into our skills.
Yeah.
I thought that to me say really I swear you. What I say? Uncle. What I say because I have the connections, I have the plugs. Until you put in much effort, I pick you up, you are good to go. Into our artists, no more money. Yes, say a meet and greet. They shouldn't take this opportunity. Sack on a silver platter. There be. Almost cheer we now my meeting. We no more said them no more na. No more mom pie and can't change and coupon. No more nyansa, no more tron on pa. No more fun on pa. They mark your plug, no links, no manano. I know that they will bring the Grammy home. And I'm telling you, Blasphemy, you bring Grammys in Ghana.
How soon?
So soon.
This is so soon.
So soon, that's
All right, thank you. Now, again, what do you see after this meet and greet? And your people said they have some more videos to show us.
There's one particular video I wish they would play.
If the videos are ready, let's see them.
Okay.
And the man also met with some journalists at the airport, and he also mentioned something about the probability of we having Afrobeat, just as he mentioned in this particular video we just watched as well. So it looks like the Afrobeat discussion is ongoing, but someone was just asking, so did someone mention Highlife music to him, or nobody did? Maybe God did. God did.
That's why we miss opportunities. So. And this has come to confirm the fact that Ghanaians we have a long way to go, especially in selling ourselves and telling our story and making people believe in what we can identify ourselves with. This was a clear I'm not saying whatever went on there was negative. It was so good, it was so beautiful, but this was a huge opportunity for us to even start the Highlife agenda that some of us have been talking about. Just ask a simple question. That, do you know about Highlife music? At least his answer will give you an idea or a reason to know that, okay, we've not pushed Highlife enough. Then we are not doing Highlife well. Then or maybe his suggestions as to why Highlife music have not become like the Afrobeats they want to even consider now. Will make us sit there and say, okay, then we need to position Highlife like this. Let's do this. Then from today, we would have been having conversations about Highlife, which is Ghanaian, which is our own. And then we can be pushing that agenda to the world. So at the end of the day, maybe in a year or two, we will not only be talking about, an Afrobeat category, but maybe Highlife category as well. So Africa will have like 2 categories in their Grammy, and that would have been a very huge thing for this continent. But I think our reps who had the opportunity to be there, I don't know if it was out of excitement or I don't know. Like, I'm surprised all these people missed that conversation. Because in as much as this Afrobeat conversation that has come up, if the Afrobeat category is even created, how well are Ghanaians going to be known for it? How are people going to compete? Yeah. How are we going to, like, we know this Afrobeat conversation.
Yeah. It has never been by our side.
No, we know it. So, for me, personally, I think it was a clear opportunity for us to also inject his mind with something that is us, which is Highlife music. Like I said, just ask him a simple question. Please, do you know Highlife music? Have you heard about Highlife music? His answer would have given us a lot of things to do.
Talk about.
So much.
A lot.
But we went there, and the whole conversation is about Afrobeat, and there's even an infighting thing going on right now. We can't even blacks. We have problems. So always we've been crying for something. We want this. We wish that we will wake up and there's an Afrobeat category created in the Grammys. But now he is ready. Had a Zoom meeting, trying to engage the same people that wish for that thing to happen, and there's infight as to how they should just name the category.
Name it Keke.
Keke, name Keke.
Category.
Oh, or what kind of songs should be identified as Afrobeats? So, are we saying till now, even our Nigerian brothers that we are crediting them with the Afrobeat genre has not really properly established the definitions and what comes together to form an Afrobeat song and which songs should be qualified to be an. Then
I want to believe the definition will be so clear out there.
And I've seen this I think his engagements will give me an understanding with this, the Afrobeats with no S and Afrobeats with S, the Jenna with the Fela Kuti Jenna, and then the you know the African rhythms and what which comes with the S. So till now, if we are pushing an agenda as a continent and we are still finding challenges as to how we should name this or what song, then brass, I mean, we are lost.
We are lost.
Where's the direction? How can you even you are pushing for something and you don't know what you are pushing? It's funny. This is how they like it's they'll even be laughing. Maybe I know the Australian let's say be obey, but for all you know, me the kind of people now, they want to sit down and maybe take wine and they are having some of this conversation and talking about infighting and all of that, and then it will be laughable. And it's they will laugh. They will laugh. How can they? So at the end of the day, it's like, okay, yes, we are trying to consider it. We are ready to create a category, but we've thrown it back to you. Go and solve your issues and then bring.
Because he said they've started some consultations on it.
And creative arts, these are one of our major problems. Sometimes we need certain things badly, but we don't even know how to get it. We don't know how to go about it. And that is a clear, typical example when a Yakako display or honor. So I don't know the kind of people they engage, but I wish that these people, whoever they are, whether Nigerians or Ghanaians, or even if it is both Ghanaians and Nigerians, I think we should sit up right now, come up with a name, come up with the definitions of what the Afrobeat song should be like, what kind of song should be considered as Afrobeat. Let's establish this thing to the world. Let them know that if the song doesn't fall in line with so and so factors, it is not. It doesn't qualify to be called Afrobeat song.
Okay. Now, I've been thinking about something, honestly, and it is the fact that Afrobeats is only known with Africa. If we are talking about the people who are churning out these songs, it is only known with the people of Africa. But with Grammys doesn't have a limited geographical area for the awards. They want the awards to cut across. That is why Sarkodie can be here and still be nominated in the best hip-hop song or best international flow. That's why even the category that has been accommodating more Africans, they still call it what? World music. They don't call it a particular genre that will be limited to only the people there. So at the moment that Africa is only known for Afrobeats, how are we going to get this done? How are they going to get this done?
That is
okay, Besame. It is just like every category comes as being identified with a specific genre. And every genre has its roots. So what it means is that if the reason why they first want us to give them the name or how they should name the category is because of because of the question you asked. Because yes, you can say you want them to put Afrobeat in the category, but then in reality and currently, as much as Afrobeat has its roots in Africa, it doesn't only belong to Africa currently. Because the likes of Beyonce and all these pop guys and R&B guys are now doing Afrobeat.
But they call it Afrobeat.
Exactly. That is where
but they are saying Afrobeat, so but they don't call it Afrobeat.
They call it Afropop.
Exactly.
So now, that is where the real conversation comes. So just like we have categories in our award schemes here that we sometimes combine two different names in one category, like the Afrobeat, Afropop song of the year. That is why they also want us, because we are the originators of that genre. So in morally, we have a say or a major say in how it should look.
Okay.
In what criteria they should infuse, even in the category definition. So to them, they've already considered it too. Because the moment their people have accepted and are doing it, They've already considered it.
Okay.
But because they wouldn't want to do anything without the knowledge of the originators, that is why they are even consulting some of us. And God bless.
They'll get a definition and things.
Yes, because there's that possibility that recently, was it which there was one handle, was it BET or so, tried to define Afrobeat on their page, and it became a problem. And it became a huge problem. It was even trending. I don't know if you remember. They tried defining Afrobeat, and that became a huge problem.
Yeah.
With some of our African people throwing shades at them because it was a wrong definition. I think they were attributing it to somebody, Beyonce or so. And it became a problem. Yeah, so in order to avoid some of these things, they need to do proper consultation.
As in the board, the academy.
Yes. The whole scheme needs to do proper consultation and proper search. Because even in Africa itself, there is that division, there is that disunity about even the origin of Afrobeat. Now, they have the Afro piano.
That is the Amapiano version of Afrobeat.
Exactly.
The Afro piano.
So now, since now Afrobeat has also been infused with Amapiano, if they are nominating Afrobeat songs, should they consider Amapiano songs as well? Because as it stands, Amapiano is just like Highlife. Amapiano is just like Fuji music. Amapiano is just like any other subgenre that is in various or different countries that have not been considered in the world schemes yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amapiano is just like
people are just pushing energies
exactly
one after the other individually.
Yes. So even if we say we want to push Highlife right now, it is an impossible fight. We can't. We can have all the backings, all the things to back our argument. But the thing is that we wouldn't have about 200 people doing even Highlife in America and them calling it Highlife. It doesn't have any kind of...
They will change the name.
Exactly. Even our people win Highlife Song of the Year, Highlife Artist of the Year. And when they go for international interviews, they say they are doing Afropop.
They hardly accept the fact that they are doing Highlife.
Unless it is one or two conversations that the interviewer tries to go further to ask. So when you say you are doing Afropop, what does it mean? What do you mix? What kind of sounds do you call Afropop? Before they even go a step further to say, oh, it is a fusion of our indigenous sound like the Highlife and this and that mixed with your R&B or your pop music, which is why we call it Afropop. Other than that, they are Afropop artists. Check their profiles on their pages. See. Afrobeat, Afropop, Afrobeat, Afropop, Afrobeat.
Now that is what
yes,
is
Stonebwoy self is being identified as an Afropop artist. Yes.
Not reggae and dance.
No. When he was signed to Def Jam Africa recently, in his announcement, they introduced him as an Afropop artist. So yes, we would want to fight for Highlife or try to seek how far Highlife is at the international level in the international market. But the truth is we've not gotten anywhere with it. And me, the infights that he was talking about, I wasn't surprised.
Why were you not surprised that you have to make a forward movement and some people are misbehaving?
Oh, they will misbehave because see the conversation about even the origin of the genre has not been finalized yet too. The Nigerians that were quick. Wait,
are you still saying it has not been finalized?
See, the Nigerians.
Did you hear or listen to Uncle Ebo Taylor's recent interview?
Wait, I'm saying that the Nigerians that were quick to document and do everything still have very scanty informations about even what they've documented. Some of the things they put in that documentary did not add up. And you see, about 40 to 50% of that documentary has its link to Ghana. You see, so this is where I would say God bless the entire, because the entire has given us another chance to the fight.
giving us another hope to get closer.
Yes.
To our mystery box.
Yes, because Guba Awards, as she said, is going to Rwanda.
Yeah.
And she's invited the CEO of Grammys to that event. But before the CEO goes to Rwanda, she wants him to pass through Ghana before he goes to Rwanda. So that means that if our music brains are going to look sharp, are going to think fast and think quick, this is where we need to convince them beyond reasonable doubt that the Afrobeat that is being championed, that has been documented by other people, has its roots from here. This is where we need to start that conversation. This is where we need to make that move. It is this time. Let him know that yes, we would want to fight for Highlife. But right now, even if we want to fight for Highlife, that would even mean that we don't even know what we are about.
Because the whole agenda is on Afrobeat.
It's on Afrobeat. Because when they ask you, okay, how do we find Highlife on the international market, you are going to refer him to Afrobeat. So why don't you fight for that spot? Then after, when you have the strength to fight again, then you try as the South Africans and other countries are pushing the likes of Amapiano, Fuji and other genre. Then you also join force in building the Highlife. You get it? Okay. So Denta has given us another fight. And now this is where our people, so if on that Zoom call that he was referring to, or on that meeting, we didn't have most of the music brains that he was chatting with, most of them did not come from Ghana, then this is the time we need to plug ourselves in that conversation and make it known. So even if it is going to be a shared credit, we should represent fully in there.
Okay, thank you so much, Roland Amate, to Derek Mani, and to Nana Regan as well. It is looking good already for us, and I want to believe that this is what we are all looking for. Let's take advantage of some of these little openings. The opening won't be big, and that one everybody should know. The opening won't be big. It will just be some small. You just enter it hard, and you are able to grab everything you want to grab. When I said you enter it hard, Derek Money is already thinking about powder. Derek Money is already thinking about powder. Meanwhile, I'm not talking about powder. Derek, I'm not talking about powder.
That's so what do you say powder and more gas in
and
enter hard.
Okay, so our people wanted to show us some videos. Let's go listen to that. Let's go watch that as well. When I come back, I'll do the summary of the Grammys boss Harvey Mason meeting some section of our industry people and the benefits that will accrue to us in the near future out of this. Watch it. I'll be back.
In order to win a Grammy, first you have to understand the only way to win is to have the membership. In order to win a Grammy, first you have to understand the only way to win is to have the membership of the Academy vote for you. In order to be a member of the Academy, you have to be a professional working in music in the United States. For now, the United States. Hopefully we grow that. Right now, if you're a working professional in the United States, you can become a member of the Recording Academy. Once you're a member of the Recording Academy, all the music gets submitted, the members listen to it, and they evaluate it on the quality of the art. Not the sales, not the streams, not how many fans, not how many followers, but purely on the opinion. And it's very hard, as you all know, because it's subjective. There's no best song or best record. It's just the opinion of the membership in that particular year. That's how you win a Grammy. That's it. The voters vote. There's no committees. There's no journalists. There's no labels. It's music professionals voting for their peers. Period.
Thank you very much. That's clarity for the possibilities of having a category on the Grammys.
We just had a meeting literally about 6 or 7 days ago with leaders from the Afrobeats community. We call them listening sessions. As similar to what I'm doing here, we want to get word from experts. So we called in producers, songwriters, artists, executives, and we had a session, a virtual listening session where we heard from Afrobeats creators and just talked about like what are the different subgenres, what are the needs, what are the desires. And my goal is to make sure we represent all genres of music, including Afrobeats, at the Grammys, but it has to be done properly. You know, I don't decide categories. The categories are decided by proposals submitted by members. So the members can say, Harvey, I want an Afrobeats category. They write the proposal, it comes into the Academy, gets voted on, then we'll have it. So that process is started now. I think the listening session last week was very important, very valuable, and a step towards that path.
The music industry is becoming more technical than practical. Listening to the gentleman, it is so obvious that if you now want to do music, your talent is not enough. So when we listen to the song, hey, this song there can win. No. It's not because the song is good. Reason it can win the Grammy. That regard, because we were calling for that video. What do you want to say about it finally?
I just wanted people or our viewers to pay attention to what an artist needs to do before they can be considered.
And what do you remember he said?
What I remember he said that you need to work with the academy. You need to work within America for now. That means if you are even working in Ghana, then you still have a very long way.
He said the academy is music peers, voting among themselves.
Exactly. So you need certain connects to get the work there and then get your works recognized among them before you can even push for that nomination thing we've all been dreaming for. So this goes to our musicians. I mean, this goes beyond somebody working in the BBC to plug you. That is the comment I want to make. It goes beyond. yes.
And I think he talked about it.
Yes.
It's not about
it's not about journalist thing.
Yeah.
So if sometimes we sit on some of these platforms and we are pushing for.
It's not about journalists.
Exactly.
In fact, let's watch that video. I can't ask someone, man. Let's watch that video again. Let's watch that video again.
In order to win a Grammy, first you have to understand the only way to win is to have the In order to win a Grammy, first you have to understand the only way to win is to have the membership of the Academy vote for you. In order to be a member of the Academy, you have to be a professional working in music in the United States. For now, the United States. Hopefully we grow that. Right now, if you're a working professional in the United States, you can become a member of the Recording Academy. Once you're a member of the Recording Academy, all the music gets submitted, the members listen to it, and they evaluate it on the quality of the art. Not the sales, not the streams, not how many fans, not how many followers, but purely on the opinion. And it's very hard, as you all know, because it's subjective. There's no best song or best record. It's just the opinion of the membership in that particular year. That's how you win a Grammy. That's it. The voters vote. There's no committees. There's no journalists. There's no labels. It's music professionals voting for their peers. Period.
Thank you very much. That's clarity for the
This is eye-opening. So me, with even this definition or this explanation, I am not even surprised the likes of Stonebwoy, Rihanna, Rocky Dawuni were all called into the academy, because like he said, these are music peers who are just voting for themselves. So if once in a while a certain Angelique Kidjo song pops up because the person has somebody working professionally in the music scene in America, or is connected to his songs are connected working in America, then they need people who also belong to that particular background in terms of music brains to also contribute their quota, to also validate the fact that okay, this sound is good, it is coming from so and so, this is its origin, this is the sound, this is how it, this is what it means. That is how come they will bring some of these people on board. So this is a clear eye-opening for our people that say na yeka say ade ni kuku football bono, it is indeed kuku football. Even at the top, it is kuku football. So if tomorrow you are sidelined in a way and you don't understand and you think because you don't belong to that association and they sideline you and you think it is unfair, then think again. Because even at the top, they still have some sense, they still consider some sense of belonging before your words will even be considered.
Okay, I think this will be the end of the story.
But I mean,
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah.
I think so. What the way Global Citizen Nankasa Festival no Korea. It seems all the artists who are built to perform are plugged to some distribution companies. Fit Usher Eba, ABC Ghanaian Sakodi, friend is saying talk. Like they are all plugged into some international friend is saying links be. Internet eye opener to our artists. Yenya Jumaden hard work. Na yenya international recognition. See it's me hard work ni more. Na see yenya international recognition links and plugs now. I don't the day. About international stage biana. You bring Ghanaian artists to perform because Global Citizen, this is not the first time they are starting. Only moving from country to country.
But this year is the 10th year.
10th year. Let's imagine, say, let's put this on our heart, say, the next one I reckon. And you say, I ain't Ghanaian and a Ghanaian say performing. But we should work extra harder. Maybe a bit could be we should get a Ghanaian to represent. This is something I will say, your artists knew. Because their festival is one of the festivals I think say globally accepted wherever you go.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Derek Money, for that one as well. Now let's do this one quickly. I don't know if Lapiji produced or provided this. I've seen some people who are doing some kind of comparison between Black Sheriff and Sarkodie. Remember that Sarkodie earlier announced to us that he was going to release his new song called Labadi on a certain Friday date, whilst Black Sheriff also announced that he was also going to release his song Soldier on a certain Thursday date. But as to what really transpired, as to what really happened, before we could all say Jack, Sarkodie also came out and released his song on the same day Blacko had promised to release his song. So what it meant was that Thursday, two great acts in Ghana released their songs. When these songs came out, we have seen some people who are trying to play the numbers game. And the numbers game in the sense that they are looking at Sarkodie's numbers on YouTube with an official video. In fact, video is very expensive. You don't need anyone to tell you. Quality video in relation or comparison to Black Sheriff's visualizer, which is maybe one camera job be with just one light, be standing somewhere, putting water on him and still doing some antics. And some people feel it is a deal, it's a big deal, it's a problem, and they are discussing it already. As much as the discussion is ongoing, there are others who have also condemned that. What is the use of this particular comparison to start with? You guys should show me some screenshots and let's see what we can do. So, a Twitter account with the name Twilight or Twilight says, sometimes I wonder if my MCM, and I know sometimes MCM means Male Crash Monday. I don't know if there's another meaning though. Sometimes I wonder if my MCM Kabute is a landlord or a land guard. Because how can Blacko have 3 times your views with a common visualizer or in 3 days too? And it says Soldier's visualizer by Blacko Keke reached 1 million views in 3 days. But Kabute do high quality Netflix and HBO standard video for Labadi, but it no reach 300K yet. Nah, my man is finished. And someone also said Black Sheriff is doing it big time for Ghanaian music, and that's totally awesome. But please put some respect on the name of Sarkodie. Then another guy came, Batasha. He says, disrespect of the highest order. I'm not a Ghanaian, but we all know the impact Sark has made on the culture and Ghana as a whole. Wizkid now has more awards, more streams, more international recognition than Tubaba. But no one would dare compare them together because of what Tubaba has contributed. to making African and Nigerian music this day today. They lay the foundation these young ones are taking upon. That twilight of a nigger needs some whooping. And May Waziri says, this is why Ghana music don't go far. This is very nonsense. So many tweets out there. Gideon also says, I think we Nigerians have to take this fight as ours. Sarkodie is one of us. He's part of us. We contributed in making him famous at his early stage when he was residing here in Naija. Hey, when this Sarkodie residing here in Naija. We will not take it lightly with anyone trying to disrespect Sarkodie. Sarkodie. He is not a Ghanaian artist. He's an African act. We love and adore Sarkodie for putting African rap music to the world with even his local dialect. We Nigerians love and respect Sark. Whosoever you are, whether a show promoter, pundit, or analyst, try to respect Sarkodie. Ghana doesn't deserve Sarkodie. He single-handedly paved the way for you all. Don't ever try to compare any act in Ghana with him. He is the most awarded African rapper. He doesn't brag about all of this for once. We Nigerians say, no disrespect to Sarkodie. Put some respect on Sark, Ghanaians. It goes on like that. And so far, what are the numbers? Usher.
Sarkodie has, on the official video of Labadi, has 316K.
316K.
Yeah.
Okay, and it is trending at number 2 for music. It is trending for music. And Black Sheriff has 387,557. 1,387,557 views. Also trending at number 1 for music. So, Obi a comparison, why mistake? Direct money.
Brother, mistake there. Why kakra?
And then anyway.
And no say o compare an artist reach some milestone. When you have so many achievements, any artists are all best see now your comparison one.
Nah,
but music
we are some way monkani. Same way the monitor be only pako any comparison no say
Artist to
artist ne buy we are near my bear the Black Sheriff buy we are so near my you. Only pako comparison and say oh on this particular day, I think it was 20th, right?
Yeah, sure.
It was 20th September. And I yen na ya bo p am I? And I bo pino. Me mako within 30 seconds. Mako a particular distance. And I also bo p. Oh no, it was September 22nd.
September 22nd.
September 22nd. Okay. Sorry about that. September 22nd. And I hear ball pin. Then now, because no busy. Oh, okay. When we now to 4, your ball pin. This is the length that we call it. Your ball pin. This is the length that we call it. And also disrespect video.
Right, I mean, disrespect the abu, but me ubani musically, well, near Ebwa Black Sheriff, I need to be signing on to Empire record label. I'm telling you honestly, because Empire distribution, why distribution of Kendrick Lamar. So many. Into a Kobani Sanas, an artist is signed onto the record label or releasing man. They will do whatever they are supposed to do
to give it a reach.
To give it a reach. To pitch you there. Let me check here artists almost signing onto a friend is saying Empire before. What you say? Kendrick Lamar. I saw your friend said this lady, lady born in America. We had no Cardi B or Mary Singer so Cardi B now pass through into record label netings a huge a projected what is no I me your research no I saw the reason why it's a Black Sheriff a black we don't never told no dimly kagidi assign no Because all your research will say this is a distribution company. I'm going to get the numbers and then get to the top wherever I want to go, and that is working for him. But to compare him and say the ABA say you hear almost stand. No matter in the music space, Black Sheriff is nowhere near Sakodi. But you can musically, you're releasing them. You're too more wanting you hear the numbers. I think so for now, no Black Sheriff, Ekita, the masses, the numbers, as in Sakodi for now. And I will say, a empire done na a man sound numbers na own this time, no, because Empire is an international friend is a distribution company. And a Sakodi is working on his own. What I say, Intercobane Sana, who will releasing you to more. While working on your own, one will promote to idea, but this one is being distributed by international company. Interne Ghana and Kwane views no better me fear back. One senator, no, a befi fifi, a man so. And again, it's a distribution company. What for artists be I can group no. A band sana releasing you more. We can order your people to share. Because you record label soon or that. That is one thing that I working for Black Sheriff. And I advise so many Ghanaians and no so many idea Black Sheriff have one Nigerian artist now I pitch them to international level. What all Nigerian artists they are making it big as it stands right now. They are all signed onto a distribution company internationally. That's the magic.
Okay.
And that is the magic now Black Sheriff is experiencing. And it's working perfectly for him.
And so be a yes, I comparison.
So comparison media or banner mechanic say a human you shouldn't compare.
Okay.
But musically, say man say you for the trend, you for the streams, you for the views, the numbers they are for now. It's a Black Sheriff is stand onto a friend say Empire Records need to know. A man that a friend say opportunities no a be a point kakra amano rich in my do a what. And see, as it stands right now, we're releasing Numbia, now you're getting announced releasing more. Within 3 days, need the end of Kwaja. Share 1 million plus, you know. Sakode the Quest Negusun, Sakode views. 1,300,000 and something. Sakode near 300 into a trim 1 million. Hey, too much, Brassame. Too much. 1 million plus, young to oh, Brassame, it's quite unfortunate. But one thing is, I'll urge our Ghanaians. Yem international plugs ebe boyen be na boy no ni na risky no ni na nyina no international plug na de omoko and this is what is keeping them going. I will not be surprised if Black Sheriff timi kwa timi nya Grammy nomination and the Grammy bar. I will not be surprised because he has been plugged onto Empire Records and they have the plugs, they have the links. They hear no so me fa from Kokekaiko. You are good to go.
Okay, thank you. Nana Regan, continue from there.
Yeah, Juma BBC that. And international plugs and international plugs.
The young BBC and Americana.
Some more.
Yes, Nana Enko.
Razan. Anka Bonin nim say obi be share YouTube I share trends and we say Black Onyom eda number 1, sa akodi enyom eda number 2. Sa akodi enyom enya so and so views. Black Onyom enya 1 million plus views. Anka Bonin nim. The man here Bonin your conclusion. The man here disrespect the conclusion you draw to such analogy and I say incommodity. The man here attempt the the conclusion bit of whatever you are saying. You can, of course, we can all sit down and go on Spotify, Boomplay, and be looking at which artist is doing or which artist is topping charts. It's all part of the competition now. Artists they can say pressure man for mom. We in media we in media. Your mom fans and I put it up. I've been saying this thing. Say some of this conversation it doesn't start with the media. It starts from their own fans. Success music, Beam Native, SM fans, one for no one or more criticize negative conclusion in commodity. And sometimes when artists are addressing some of this, I wish they could tackle and find a very nice way to communicate something down to their own fans. But at the end of the day, you know, you say na be better na be say oh they will conclude as someone yet. obetimi ayi se oyese ya onye bone no na ya oma kana boa e media for no na omudi san komo no akwe post yo reaching badge fatu so mama akwe post ya oye akwe post ya eye twilight o se hwan se ye friend say eye sebi nyansa enim no any Jimmy e bata post no eye in the last sentence now. Yes. This but utum say clearly onye or you be on pesa akode obi atembi obi post abon say officer akode kabute bia e antisa akode onye obi yes enti clearly no oye antisa akode on pesa akode asem enti no hwe the way awaye post now and Obeka say he no reach 300k yet. Now my man is finished. How can you sit down and talk loosely like that? Say artist Ogusu release the album Nyum Tuni. Ejuma we are seeing na Nyum to 4 no monko pension. Sebi ukita puma. Na so beto nyum abetimi ato nyum. We also Joel Aka, the late Joel Aka, may he so rest in peace. Tama na emu odin crap, na still chronum. Ono no on two, no chroman crofo.
Butela usuye nyum.
No chroman crofo be two. What you say? Enti he is finished how? How is Sakode finished? Just last Saturday. Yen na yen who display or Global Citizens Festival. Didn't we watch his performance? So if you say he is finished, and the disrespect is, me make us say, ya share ya artist be ya befa star stage, including Black Sheriff. And then ya peg on only post say 8 years ago, he will not feel it all.
And he will never make any comment.
Make a comment. Time me young Ghana artist. So that me tell say me serious because enena ama for efa video no mo di wa peg you obi awedi over 10 years consistently wo so be try 5 years and now you tin obi anim obi no betimi the sense in Igbo aka say ubetwa 5 years ubetimi so di 20 years and over and also obi anim but the wa ye wie no the wa twa ewie no ono na ye ma no saa respect because you nim say anya hwekra wetimi ejini mo twa 10 years na ye environment ye music space so betwa 5 years kra and na form
juma kese ba
to be consistent for 5 years and that form and to be me yes I didn't wera and na bia on safe na o fefe foforo na numbers we ma nya surprising o o fefe foforo and say o release ya the whole Ghana Sakode Labadi. Can you count the number of people on post here? Normal industry people on post here. Sakode Labadi as against the people the normal industry people on post soldier. Can you count it? Can you? Do you think every day Black Sheriff will be having the entire industry posting his songs that he is going to release or he has released? A time will come they won't do it. Yesterday they were doing it for Sakode. So if you're a reasonable human being, now man for common sense no obia, you ube to two anamon ye. And sometimes and we say the artists themselves they will know this and communicate some of these things to person yet say independent because ube do 10 years from today a certain artist is coming we don't know. They will take his YouTube views and compare it to yours, and they will one year lucky how they want your crap on make us you so you should dead.
You're resurrecting your dead.
And sometimes no maybe you will feel say that first and me post this and be release soldier obia be say they me cause be release police pen on Akuffo kakra bi pen and then police for na police ni nya omo da na fe honum na omo mpema sem ne be start Omo jam mu and na Ghana there sa and na then the beginning of Sako there started like that. Me I've always been saying say hey artists be here obede small boy artists be here osabiano. You who enjoy sanyamani bi in your beginning. Ebia na na wa ba do sa mpempe so we do na ebia won timi enjoy ebiemu. Fair in a bet. I think people should put respect on some of our A-list artists. It is very, very important. You can do your analysis perfectly. Obianu uniasem, but for you to conclude that he is finished, I'll tell the animal needy. Who talk like Sako de Abeka say, oh yeah, you may unconsciently, but Sinako Obejiska Wakako do a brofu and answer or coeden. Like if you when you put such conversations out, then you will motivation. Like then I watch it. Because if say by na ka odi ato na say oh we busa question po say na adenti na I be anyom no entimi en contem as again then omo te ase and omo nim de enti e bi kra na black sheriff ni team no krapa aye bi extra yen. Then some of these people will start having conversation. Nanka also teacher, nanka also esuya bibi. But you just come and throw it out there because you know we ain't 1 million, we were 300 and you know this one is finished. So it's your china bino. If another artist be satisfied of a phenomenon, so the numbers near okay. Penal, we should start pegging the person against and they confusing artists in with analysis of science and data and say obi hetium. No. There can be clear and objective ones. Ultimately, say somebody is just doing it to tell you, say, okay, then you need to do extra or you need to do certain things. Put in extra effort. Be said there be also brand there are genuine ones like that. But clearly, the AFI fans bimo camp to say we there to highlight to someone or set it Twitter agenda. Wakegu nipa no film poto. He is finished. He's finished when? Like how? Like on to me and rapid beam, on to me performing beam, on to me trying you beam, on to me yet then he's finished saying.
Check Black Sheriff for trying numbers.
Black
he's finished.
And they and then we post be. Last year by this time, a certain Cristiano Ronaldo fans were busy on social media. We were counting goals. Counting. Because Atana Pabeshe Manchester and the Odru box in Anakin. Yes, sure. What do you have to? And some will lose, some will lose. You kind of goes in them. And so, and nay, I tell I can say, oh my ding, oh my ding, because go poor current me hit upon what I say, I'll bob back poor. And you know, man, but you cannot disrespect Sam Crawford with a certain Mbappe or a certain Haaland or these are people on so every season be our cast but players are active share goals contributed to our teams are over 10 years
solid
so over 10 years consistent
back to back
2008 2009 2010 one every year be where on my shakra 30 goals plus and Sam Crawford no the young guy be all coming up to 21 then you have to respect their name. Make sure you are doing your analysis right. Enko fa pain ne betterness be and I say pressure be and bread artist no and I say footballer no. Enti the enko for mo ye wo Twitter ne de. O my agenda na mo set no. One day
be backfire.
E be backfire.
Well, Matisse Chatawale Mposi were deactivating the account from Twitter because he thinks Twitter is so full of energy. I don't know whether it is true or not, but the last time I checked, I did not see it. Maybe your best number, but the last time I checked, Nana Shamari said, Pastor Shatta account were deactivated from Twitter. And I'll say it is not giving him anything. I'll say Twitter is giving him nothing. But other apps need or Jessica or yeah live or J or yeah live on Instagram or J. But I'll say Twitter or there. Bro.
Brass have an argument to it. Anka any bad argument to it. But a conclusion, money is shallow.
Oh,
they were
so On deactivating
3.2 million followers.
Ah, okay.
The way I'll conclude the argument, I'm very shallow. You see, Anka or concluding in a different light, Anka that would have been perfect. Anka even Sarko yourself wouldn't see any problem with the argument he raised. In the sense that Obi Anka semenya comparison. In fact, it is even healthy for our growth.
Yeah, for comparison, it's part of our game.
Yes, it is part of our game. So man compare me who say me bomb home or and me mom. What's it I say? But when you attach disrespect to it, that is what drive the focus of what you are trying to preach. Because argument we would have said, say, you see, when you say from the starting, yeah, very good. So now the conclusion should have been, okay, what are the factors that contribute to some of these things? Because a certain Beyonce now still holds the mantle of one of the biggest, or if not the biggest artist in the world. But then some other guys like Stormzy and other people are driving crazy numbers. Serious numbers. I would dream one won't here. Look at the time Usher came. Usher releasing you make last time release I think it's a 2014 or 2010 more bit. But still, that when you are looking for 2022 show, or don't headline you.
And still giving best performance.
Yes. And you know, when you make such arguments, it makes it very shallow. But encouraging concern say, okay, what are the factors that make some of these things happen? An artist will be comparing an artist in his prime to somebody who has served and has paid his dues for quite some time.
Has been able to stand the test of time.
What are the differences? What are some of the things that will make this person overshadow the other in times like this? Is it because of the era change? Is it because the music consumers are like have a different taste? Is it because one has some sort of backing via Kuni? So moving forward, you as an up and coming artist, what do you learn from some of these things, or what would you learn from some of these commentaries and stuff? That is when you make solution-driven arguments, or you raise solution-driven concerns. Because I'm going to raise a question where even attached to the first post now, I'm not sure say he would get attacks. And people rather would bring solutions. Instead of saying, no, say, oh, okay, Sarkodie has been in the system for more than a decade. But when at a point are still all irrelevant, a certain black sheriff who now rose and also won the prime has been able to beat him to numbers online. To numbers online.
What are the causes?
What are the causes? What can I learn from it? But then, even though Black Sheriff is beaten to numbers game online currently, like just with one song comparison, we're beating, when they were looking for big artists, are sure bet to represent the country.
About hip life and high life music.
Oh, okay.
So when we are looking for the sure bet or somebody to represent the country, in as much as say Black Sheriff is in his peak, or what's our numbers, no what is your what's our driving. Yeah, I'm friend in Poma number, yes, special appearance. What you say? So when you make such arguments, man, here too shallow. By so be a moon or obisa questions, sir. And can you say, oh, what bone? And come on for the India Kakra, Ebeba be educative. By way, what be some question, will make a good observation, but was displaying ignorance. So if the artists sometimes also chance on some of these things, they should take the pain of educating some of these people about some concerns you're raising. Because any bad concern, bad conclusion in there, down flat.
Okay, to the very last story, I want us to look at the very last story before we wrap up for the day. And this is coming from one lady who is really doing so well. Started as a dancehall artist in Ghana, tried giving us some great dancehall songs, some working and some also falling down flat. Today, she seems to have found her comfort zone, giving us hits upon hits upon hits upon hits. Her name is AK Songstress. Now, AK Songstress is telling us that sometimes she has to deliberately sound like a Nigerian just to get some attention, just to sound good, and again, just to grab everybody to listen to her. Is she doing it right? Or maybe she's doing it wrong? Because I know we all want to protect our culture. I know we all want to do things the way we can do it so Ghana will look good. But according to AK Songstress, she said sometimes it is just deliberate to sound a certain way just to get your attention. Sometimes just to even taste good in your ears. Let's listen to her. She made this statement on CTV, that is Class Showbiz. And after that, I'll come back to my people, listen to what they say before we wrap up. Watch it, I'll be back. I think maybe I'll start question with that, but let me also ask again. For instance, when you say, Abi, you won't make thunder fire you. I know an ordinary, I think maybe I'll start question with that, but let me also ask again. For instance, when you say, Abi, you won't make thunder fire you. I know an ordinary Ghanaian will not say thunder.
Okay.
Nigeria need a better thunder. In TSA, AK so can't thunder. No, what does it mean? So AK is trying to sound like another person that she's not.
Over the years, people have said I sounded Jamaican before. My dancehall songs I sounded Jamaican. They can't mess on the singer. And at every point in time, no expression. And it brings out the best in the song. And the expressions be her. It's not. I shouldn't say I'm a person sounding Nigerian and not Bisa, but that is how for this particular song. And the money yesterday. Maybe I Ghana near me kind of Ghana way. I send a yinna make us so. And you won't make thunder fire you.
You won't make thunder fire you.
You won't make thunder fire you. It brings out that expression, makes it alive. The impact, the effect of what I'm trying to say. You won't make water carry you. It can't carry you crying yet. The utils say carry you.
Yeah.
It helps. I kind of say. I mean, that's it. Yeah.
But was it also with the intention of you trying to go somewhere for you to be accepted? Was it also coming with that intention, say, because you want some other people to also accept you?
Not necessarily. Honestly. Before Jonathan, my sounded what's that type of way anyone? That is called Baybody. Baybody say Nigerian, but because Kodrusa level into Bianca so was trying to sound Nigerian. It's any idea, any intentional per se. Pigeon, you know, pigeon. We can't Ghana 40 years to be out.
That is true. And that was AK Songstress's explanation to the question of sometimes trying to sound Nigeria just to get some attention for her agenda of promoting her songs. Once again, is she doing something wrong? Is she doing something bad? Roland, let me start with this with you.
As I mean, she's not doing anything bad. In fact, when you understand the music business and you understand some technicalities that come with it, you would know how to play your cards well. Some people in other countries, when they want to plug into your market, find one or two words. Even some people even go a step further in even dressing, like clothing themselves in your native colors or in your country's colors, like we just witnessed on the Global Citizen Festival stage itself. So when you understand the music business and how it works and how to progress, or where you want to plug yourself, you would link up with some of these attitudes. You would definitely pick up some of these things. So it is not bad. It is actually not bad. When say me raise your concern, we say Caesar performing, not a Ghana flag, and then they are from Matayama. When Usher was also coming on stage, he was also holding Ghana flag. Senka Ghana need a quote performing with Tanzania na he fine for Uganda no kukuta Uganda flag.
Okay, problem.
He will be a theater. sad in our you didn't sell Ghana, you didn't sell Hong, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. I think in our marketing strategies now. So if you think say okay, pigeon can be identified in Ghana, in Nigeria, in Tanzania, in Togo, in Benin, in all of these countries, and you want to hit them at once. That is if say no and through your planning. Who say and on there is nothing wrong with doing something like that. Which is why Shatawali will sing and sing in Ebe. He has a song that's Okaibe, Obi Ohanoma Wakan Cry, Obi Wakan Uza, Obi he has like made songs in so many languages. Ningina can so that you can have market or audience in almost every part of the world. Because neither do you do it for only for your tribe or the people who maybe are free one. But since if you want to really touch the rest of the world, even if it means you doing from A to Z cry in South Africa for language Tosa. Even if it means you doing it in that slide, do it. If that is what is going to give you the drive, if that is what is going to give you the result. So people who have the problem of people are sounding Nigerian, and people are doing this, people are doing that. Meanwhile, when they sound the what you want them to sound to, you don't patronize them. You don't patronize them. Now me tones you now me packaging say.
It is like someone telling the media is so sensational.
Like me I won't feel me invite you by my platform so cry woman. So if I also want to do something that will give me what the results I want, I'm so see what problem. If I want this water, I am selling this water. Now me see you be packaging say one top, but I give that same package to another person and then you come and complain.
I see. So you don't see anything wrong.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Okay, yeah, there is money come through.
Brass, I'm not surprised. On an interview, Bill, is it home-based TV?
No. That is CTV.
Oh,
which one? Is it this one?
Not
earlier interview, yes. That was this one, yeah.
This one. She made mention of, say, Jonathan or started promoting in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised though, because when he say musically, communication and strategically, what person will penetrate into somebody's industry, you have to portray yourself like one. Ntina answer for baby dina go be line or portray himself so you accept him or her. That's what Songstress is trying to do. Or portray himself more and that's what do market now. You buy the product, not the bad, because the product automatically now is somebody here. And that's what she's doing. And strategically, I think it's something that makes me aware of. Okay. Because what's here no nas who say questions about who so say be so a Jamaican and be say yeah, not questions about who is she? It gives her the attention for people to listen to the song. It gives her the recognition. A banner number be who crop say, oh, yeah, Ghanaian. Now it put a spotlight on you. A Ghanaian trying to sell the Nigerian. Now, now the talkability. And one sooner industry, Jumana here. Because one, so to me, access penetrating into the Nigerian music industry is a plus. Why is it a plus? It's a plus because population-wise, 217 million compared to 33 million. So if you're able to penetrate over there, automatically win your numbers. Into a boa no there, that's what a boa no there, not the boom. She's good to go. She's not fault. On your photo, baby, Saturday over the weekend, interview now some upcoming artists be out by 1 year. Then you know to me, or 2 million and I'm saying, you're Nigerian, see there be or a chimney. I'm like, really? Everything. Intro to the end of the song, what's your first Nigerian? So ask him, say, why are you trying to sound like a Nigerian? Or say, Otono Sana, a man Nigeria for no be penassemana or con Nigeria, be is a mano. See the mentality. When you run Nigeria, be is a mano. Because so many people, on the two online, so many people are commenting, are you Nigerian? Are you Nigerian? And he's getting that talkability over there.
And that is what he's enjoying.
And that's what he's enjoying. And you know, AK Songstress, I think say one no what trust here industry no woman no and one who send it here And what penny coin or befaso etimi edera another industry. So to me, there's no fault anywhere. Juma na oye, that's the way it's supposed to go. Oshana say do baby na so person will be industry more. Package yourself very well, suit their lifestyle in order to get them. And in the packaging now, packaging, but when they say it's about time you need to penetrate into the industry, Nigerian industry, and it's not easy for them to accept you. So how do I get the attention over there to sound like them? Intimate to me no more. Me tone say mo kasa mu na the only do mutia o me fo say eye omoa but later ma bi hu no na me ye gan me. So that's I think say she's on the right direction.
It's a nice strategy.
It's a very, very nice strategy to penetrate. That. So how do the people over there get to know her? And no, that's the only way. Because somebody dindia, but on the day, who are you? So I saw rep or some Jesse. Into Jesse no was now about 5 for no. Well, that's I mean. And I think say she's ever ready to go. Or bet me I in the sana say penetrate him and never far. I think say she's on the right track.
Okay, yes. Nana Regan, finally on this one.
I mean, but this is not the first time an artist is deciding to sound like a certain artist from a certain area. Sorry. I mean, even some of artists who are doing so well for themselves, were sounding like Jamaicans. So what is wrong if AK Songstress wants to sound like Nigerian and still win? I mean, there's nothing wrong. There's nobody one kofa on Afrobeats na man be friend on Addo beat. Them he is just trying to sound like them. Until whether Nigerians will believe she is one of them or would accept she is one of them because of how she sings, it's up to them. If that will bring her the numbers, it will bring her the wins that Charlie, mom is so back on that. Will bring her, it will bring her what she is looking for as a musician. There's no problem, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, you and I better testify to the fact say or start saying on sound to say Nigerian. You know how I'm not or climbing. And now we can also talk about when he started sounding like Nigerian. You know how they carry on a shooty and people have accepted her. People are really coming to understand and accept her to be one of our top, female musicians now because of her.
Okay. We are waiting for another guy to wrap up. Yeah.
I have worked with her before, and I know her story very well. So personally, they say, me who say, oh now, yeah, she's really, winning like that. So I mean, there's nothing. If I were to be part of her team still, I will still insist and advise she will continue like this because you don't change the winning team. The Ama will win, just focus on that. In fact, I think it's a Hokrapon and a strength one more. First, now person she is good, she is very talented if she wants to do that. But I think that we may discover in a very different way. And also a very top notch, and people are loving her for who she is and her song. So she should continue like this. She should continue to give people more of the Nigerian sound and how people would want to enjoy. If that is how people would want to enjoy her music, then so be it. I mean, there's no crime to it. So it's okay.
All right, thank you so much, Derek Money. Thank you, Nana Regan, and thank you, Roland Amate, and to the production team. The guitar Rasta is currency on camera, Richie Flex, editor, director of the show, Ivano Fowila PT, producer, and Gideon Ni Lamtesin as our creative director. This is what I also want you to know. In any case, your culture is number one. Whatever you intend to achieve, always watch your back. Because if you are not careful and you use this just because you want to win, you come back and your back is not looking good, what would you fall on, or what would you fall on? That is why I would suggest that in planning to win like that, it is a good case, good to win like that, but how is your back also looking? Because no matter what, you'll not be there forever. She would want to say thunder, some things. She can't say all the words like
We are not coming back.
If you are not coming back, over to you. But if you want to come back, then always watch your back. And on this note, I want to say thanks for following today's edition of Showbiz Daily. And I believe that you can also put down your comments, be part of the reviews and the discussions, and also share the link with your people and subscribe to us, because this is the home of show business in Ghana. My name is Sammy Flex. We do this again some other time, but in case you are in Dubai, let's meet at the Marina. That is the yacht party happening on 1st October 2022, Saturday in Dubai. We will sure be having a good time. See you, and let's rock and roll. We are out.